So yeah guys, dito sa plazang to, dalawa yung Bella's inasal. Yung isa nagbebenta ng lechon, tsaka takeout. Yung isa restaurant. So we had to go to the lechon place first, Bella's Lechon, dahil there's a birthday na mangyayari in the next couple weeks. We had to order lechon for our dear beloved friend, a very close family friend of ours. And si Mrs. nandun ngayon sa restaurant. Gusto daw niyang umorder ng ano tawag doon, yung sisig na bangus. Paborito niya yun dahil dati dito sila nakatira ng COVID. Malapit yan dito dun sa condo namin. And it's literally 2 minutes, 3 minutes away by car. Kaya madalas lang umorder dito, so namimiss daw niya yung lasa. So guys, nandito tayo ngayon sa Bella's Inasal sa Mississauga, Ontario, malapit din sa condo namin. Dito kami umu-order dati ng Filipino foods. So guys, nandito tayo ngayon sa Spring Grill in Hamilton, Korean barbecue. Masyadong madaming tao din sa Bella's Inasal eh. So dumiretso kami dito dahil paborito to ni Bunso. Malapit na to dito sa bahay namin, plus meron akong pipick upin na collectible. I'll show you in a little bit. Malapit lang dito sa restaurant. That's why dito na kami pumunta. Plus, you know, it's only $34 per person. It's really worth it dahil napakadami lang binibigyan na pagkain sa inyo. It's all you can eat, diba? It's very good. Very, very, very good. So, eto na. Eto na ang pinakahihintay kong moment buong araw. Kita niyo yung baby ko? Naka-seatbelt sa harapan. Kapipick up ko lang siya. You know, after the restaurant, pumunta ako dun sa... It's like a couple blocks away. I had to go meet up with this guy. I've been looking for him to add to my collection, diba? So, kailangan ko lang gawin ngayon, linisin siya. And then I have to introduce him to the rest of the church. Ito nga pala guys, sneak peek ng collection ko. When I was in my early 20s and I started working full-time, really full-time, like I mentioned previous, it was out of necessity. Kailangan talaga ako magtrabaho. And I missed out on a lot of things. I really did because I was so focused on sa trabaho. Because I needed to make money so we can live and I can support my obligations, right? Ang dami kong obligasyon nun. It was okay. You know, pag bata ka, you're very driven dahil malakas pa yung katawan mo. And ako para akong merong tunnel vision nun because I really wanted to have like all the nicer things in life, right? Just like any other person out there, you know? Pag bata ka, you want like, you know, the nice clothes, the nice cars, the nice houses, you know, what have you. You want nice things, and in order to achieve that, kailangan, you have to make money. And that's what I did. So I worked my fingers to the bone, like literally. And it's not uncommon na magda-double shift ako dun sa casino, or I would sign up for overtime every day. And like I said before, pag bakasyon or statutory holidays, hindi ko na naaalala. Like, you know, to me, it's just another day. And that's really sad because I missed out on my children growing up. You know, I have very, very faint memories of them growing up dahil I was always at work. And pag nasa bahay naman ako, lagi akong pagod. So I'm always resting. So even though, yes, physically kasama ko yung pamilya ko, mentally and spiritually, I was asleep. And, you know, ganun talaga. You know, pag may obligasyon ka and kailangan mo magtrabaho, yun. But then, that's what most people do. And there's nothing wrong with that because survival nga, di ba? So, the other argument is YOLO. You only live once. That's YOLO. And, naiintindihan ko rin yung side na yun dahil nung tumatanda ako, napapansin ko, maraming namamatay na kakilala ko. No, or nagkakasakit sila or namamatay. And it's really unfortunate, but that's the cycle of life, right? Natauhan ako minsan dahil meron akong katrabaho. He's like me, same position, you know, around the same salary, I guess. And, you know, he had a family also. And Canadian siya. His name's Greg. And typical Canadian mentality. I'll work, provide for my family I'll work as hard as I can, and then when I hit 65, I'll retire. I've known him since 1999. Okay, and 5 years ago, he passed away. He had cancer and passed away. Doon ako natauhan. Naisip ko, oh my God, trabaho siya ng trabaho, with the goal of, making it to 65 and finally, hoping to reap the benefits of all of the hard work that he did, and he didn't even make it to 65. Okay, and I've also had like several coworkers / friends, okay, na nagkasakit along the way, and they couldn't work anymore. They couldn't enjoy life the way they're able to back compared when they were healthy. Doon ako natauhan. Naisip ko, you know what? Maybe YOLO makes sense. Because, you could be working all your life, okay? And you're dedicating a good portion of your life, trying to chase that dollar. And you forget about the important things in life. Okay? Tapos you're so focused to chase that money, that dollar, you forget about your health. You forget about your family, you forget about everything around you. And then nagkasakit ka or something happens, worse, you get hit by a bus. Like, forgive me if I laugh, but I'm pretty sure that's happened before. And you don't even make it to the finish line. Okay? So I totally understand it. Ginagawa ko ngayon, best practice. And this is just for me, okay? This works for me. I try to find a combination of the two. All right? Like, I understand money is important because without money, you can't do anything. When people say money is not important, money is not everything, that's true and false at the same time. Okay? When people say money won't make you happy, that's true and false at the same time. Because think about it, if you don't have money and you can't pay your bills, you'll be sad. That's not a good place. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you can find a good comfortable spot between the traditional, okay, let's work hard, let's save up, let's invest, and YOLO, if you can find that sweet spot in between of those two, I think that's the healthiest way to go on about life. Because that's what my wife and I do. All right? And it seems to be working for us. It may not work for other people because, it all depends on ano gusto mo sa buhay. There's nothing wrong with buying stuff to make yourself happy. Okay, if you want to go buy Tim Hortons, if you want to go buy like the pair of shoes that you always wanted, if you want to buy like a car, if you want to buy whatever, it doesn't matter what it is. Okay? If you can somehow make those purchases without breaking the bank, if you can make those purchases without going beyond your means, I say do it. You know why? Life is not all about work. You have to make yourself happy. Dahil tandaan nyo, pag hindi kayo masaya, pag yung kaluluwa nyo hindi masaya, you're not gonna wanna work as hard. You won't be as motivated. So sa akin, like for example, if it makes me happy, if it makes me a better person, if it makes me going about my day a lot better, to buy that coffee in the morning that costs $5, I'll do it. I will do it. I won't even think twice. Even though most people will think, gasta lang yan, but yung apekto noong $5 coffee na yon sa araw ko, if it's gonna make me happier, more productive, why not? I think that $5 is worth it. Invest in yourself. That's what basically you're doing. You're investing in your happiness. And in order for any of this to work, you have to be happy, because kung di ka masaya, how can you be successful? How can you be driven? You know, how can you accomplish that goal and run towards that finish line? You won't have any energy. Your soul will not have energy. Your soul has to be happy. And if it means that $5 coffee in the morning, or if it means, you know, that pair of shoes that you've always wanted, or if it means, you know, buying that car that you've always wanted to have, if it's well within your means and you're not going above and beyond, you know, to the point where, oh man, wala akong pambayad ng bills ko, do it. Do it. Because remember, guys, you know, this is going to sound cliche, but life is short. Life is very short. We're only here maybe 70, 80 years, okay? If you're going to work nonstop, okay, for 60 till you're 65 years old, you hit 65 years old, tapos you deprive yourself of all of those things that you've always wanted because you wanted to wait till you hit 65 and retire. Paano at 65 ka, you can't even walk anymore, or you can't even think anymore. Physically, you can't enjoy the things that you were able to enjoy back then. Okay? So I guess what I'm trying to say is find that balance. Okay? Find a spot, like a good spot in between. And I think that's the key to life. Okay? Do not deprive yourself. Remember, you gotta love yourself, as selfish as that may sound. You have to love yourself because everything that you do depends on you. Okay? And if you're happy, you will do more. It's just how it works. Okay? So find that happy medium and keep on putting the work.